Hello everyone, welcome to our pre-calculus pre-recording. This is just to wish you all very best of luck for your final exam. So final exam is just to repeat it once again. Final exam is on December 6th, which is this Monday, and exam starts at 2 p.m. and total time is 2 hours and 30 minutes. So 2 hours 30 minutes. 2 hours 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes. 30 minutes. This is now mathematically correct. 2 hours and 30 minutes. And total we will give you 10 questions. You will have to answer 7 questions. If you answer more than 7, we will keep best 7. Okay? And that's all for the rules, and pretty much the same. I think you all already know all these things about how to sit for the exam, how to take the exam, and the rules are pretty much pretty much same. Okay, so in this solution paper, I think by now you all already have solved the practice paper. This is the solution of the practice paper, and we have explanations with the solution, like how do you get this answer and that answer. So you can actually have a look on the explanations also if necessary. For all the questions we have a couple of words at least. Yeah, as you can see, the solutions and then some explanations, some words. This is the final line. Suppose in your final exam, you just in the Google form, you just should write the final answer. You will not have to type all these things. This is just to show you the progression of the solution of different maths. Say this, you will not have to write. Just you will have to write. Of course, this math will not come in the exam. This is to show you some example. Just this word you will have to write in the answer. So don't take it easy. Take it easy. For these questions also, this kind of pattern also, just this part or this part. 2 types of answers are possible. So do not worry about about the format too much. Just try to make sure that you are doing the math right. And yeah, don't get scared by looking at all these writings. These are just for so that you can read if you want, those who want to understand. Let's write the Pythagoras theorem here. Pythagoras theorem is c squared equals to a square plus b square where a is the hypotenuse, TENUSE. Hypotenuse, A and B are the length of other sides. Remember, in the Pythagoras theorem, in this theorem, A and B can be any side of the lengths. So it doesn't matter if A is base or B is perpendicular or opposite. It doesn't matter. You can choose A as base, A as adjacent, B as opposite, or B as adjacent, A as opposite. So it doesn't matter. You will get always the same answer. And actually, there is another interesting thing in the Pythagorean theorem. When you use Pythagorean theorem, actually you do not know which one is adjacent and which one is opposite, because the angle is not given. Angle is not necessary in the Pythagorean theorem. Not given. Let's say angle is not necessary in the Pythagorean theorem. Just 90 degrees is given and no angle is given. So it can be A this side, B this side, and C this side. C is always the hypotenuse. So C is fixed. This is fixed. There is no question about this C. But A and B, their position can interchange. B can go here, A can come here, and the answer will always remain the same. You will get the answer. Not B by A by B, just A and B can replace. Let's write here arrow sign. A and B, they can replace in the Pythagorean theorem. No problem. Answer is same. And actually this is because you do not know which one is adjacent and which one is opposite unless or until this angle is not given. And for Pythagorean theorem, this angle giving is not necessary. This is the elegance of, beauty of, or strength of Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem is very strong. It do not require that angle. If that angle is given, just to repeat it, if that angle is given, then actually you can use the trigonometry, because trigonometry actually deals with that, like this alpha, beta, this kind of thing. Then angle comes here. This formula sheet you will not have to memorize. You will see that in the paper, so that's fine. That's no problem. This kind of problem you just have to write the final sentence, final line. If it is like show that this equal to this is not given, then actually you will have to just continue and write the final line, like from here sine 2 alpha related, that kind of thing. And then values given, just you put it back in the question and you write it. If some questions we ask for explanation, write something in words, okay? Some explanation. Something means what you understand from that question, or how do you get the answer, this kind of thing, anywhere. And this is always good to get the answer that way. Just write some sentence. Sometimes students actually write all these things. Let's say, just to compare it with the previous one, the last quiz 4. In that quiz, we said that compare the above two figure, like let's say figure A and figure B. So some people actually have written mean is this for figure A, mean is that, mean is figure A mean this, figure B mean that, this and this and this and this and this and that. So the question was discuss it, discuss. So when the question is discuss, like write few sentences, okay, 1 or 2 sentences, like at least the same thing that you have written there, write it in the discussion format, like for the figure A mean is this, but for the figure B mean is that, so they are different. So now it is discussion, but or else this is just like some digital value. The reason is this question asks your understanding. Do you understand it? What does it mean? Okay, in mathematics, remember, understanding is also, not also, understanding is the main thing in mathematics. Do you get this? Do you understand it? When you forget the math, we forget the math. The reason is if we don't understand it. Of course, still with the passage of time we will forget something, but most of the time we forget very fast if we don't understand. Okay, that's why sometimes we give this kind of, which you may sometimes feel like it is a little annoying, but the purpose of giving that question is just to bring you, or just to push you to that place where understanding is checked, and this and that. Also, calculation skills also important in current times, so all are good. Actually, everything is important. This kind of questions also we just simplify. This simplification process is shown here, how we get from this ugly looking equation, see, we get a very nice and simple something. And this is something like if you have studied Einstein's equations, like E equal to mc square, his final equation equal to mc square. So nice looking equation is equal to mc square. But if you see the derivation, how this formula came, then it will like your head will start exploding. You're like, oh my god, this is so insane. I mean, the calculation, the process, etc., etc. So this is the beauty of math. Math actually can represent something. Not only for this equation, there are many other equations in mathematics, physics, and in other subjects where simplification makes the equation elegant and look beautiful, functional, easy for everyone to use. Okay, so this is one example. See, from very simple example. This is not a strong example, but an example. See, from this kind of thing, from this line, we actually, this line and this line is actually equivalent, same thing. If you put A equal to blah blah, B equal to same something, and if you put the same thing here, this equation and this equation will give you the same answer. That's the point. Then why you will use this equation? You should use this equation, right? That is why you are learning this. Because this complicated thing, if you can simplify and come to here, then every time you can use this final thing. You will not have to do the calculation every time there. That is the reason why you all are learning simplification. Simplification helps this way. Okay. This is, everything has some reason, why we learn this math, why you learn this math, etc., etc. When you have time, little extra time, then actually you have some time to think about this. This multiplication process is actually shown in the next math, where here you will notice that this multiplication process, like this into this, then we write here, then this into this we write here, then minus 1 into 43 we write here minus 43. Yeah. Just I think you can brush off the thing, then everything will start making sense in your head, because we have just finished them very recently. Just to get to the point here, to get the message. Then we have this this kind of questions. By the way, this is always important to remember what does it mean, 25%, 30%, etc., etc. What does it mean? You will always have to think about that. Let's, where is it? Let's try to find it out. Recent file, quiz for practice paper solution, level 300. Let's bring that one file where we have all this theory about that. This picture, I need this picture here. Control C. Then here, this is for concept development. This is the upper quartile, this is the middle half of this thing. This is one quarter, this is another quarter, another quarter, another quarter. Four quarter in the whole distribution. This is your quartile 1, this is your quartile 3, then this must be quartile 2. Yeah? This is the maximum value, this is the minimum value, this is the minimum. So 25% of the data is here, another 25% data here, another 25% data here, another 25% data here. Yeah. So median actually divides everything into 2 equal halves. It is written here. So all the concepts here. Yeah. Range is this value minus this value. This is the range, etc., etc. So this page is very important to understand. Like if we ask you, okay, how many percent of data is here? Yeah. So you will have to say that 25%, because this is 25, 25, 25. Okay. Then we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can say that total 6 data is in the is above 75% of the data. Total 6 data. Answer will be no, because this is only 5 data. You understand? So this way actually this kind of concepts actually evolves. Because there is only 5 data. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 75% line. 75% line is here. So if we say that above 75% is 6 data or 7 data, answer will be no, this is not correct, because there is 5 data we can see here. So from the data we can actually calculate it. Also we can sometimes say that this is false, because that one, like that one, we can find out what is false and what is true by looking at the value and this quartile, etc., etc. This box and whiskers plot actually is very helpful to understand the data distribution very quickly. And this math is also as usual done here, stem and leaf also from here. This kind of math actually already just very short recently you have solved for the last quiz. Then the variance related maths, the formula is here. Again the math is done full length. This is sample data, that's why 8 minus 1, etc., etc. Yeah, so nothing else to add. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Just to say my sincere and honest thank you to all of you for being so nice and wonderful throughout the semester, and especially for your all hard work. When I go back and look at our WhatsApp messages in our group, and I see tons and tons and tons of works, and I was like, let me give you example. Like last night or day before last night, I was looking for some data just for cross checking, and I was like, the data I'm looking for is like so much, I had to scroll. Then I was like, oh my god, this all the work the students have done uh, this semester, and I was like, I should thank them once again for their work during the class. This is amazing. So once again, thank you very much, and very best of luck for your future. And I believe you all will be very successful. I have trust on you all. Believe me. Okay. Bye bye. See you all, and have a very wonderful life ahead.